My name is Joseph Buckley, President of John Reed and Associates. And in this brief video presentation, I would like to discuss the best practices that we recommend investigators follow in the application of the Reed 9 Steps of Interrogation. A successful interrogation is one in which the subject tells us the truth, and the persuasive tactics used during the interrogation should be in full compliance with the requirements of the courts. With these goals in mind, here are the best practices for applying the Reed 9 Steps of Interrogation. Always conduct a non-accusatory investigative interview prior to conducting any interrogation. Only conduct an interrogation when the interview information and the investigation information indicates the probability of the subject's involvement in committing the act. Always attempt to verify the subject's alibi prior to conducting any interrogation. If multiple investigators are involved in questioning the individual, one should serve as the primary communicator with the subject. When interrogating a non-custodial subject, we want to make sure that we do not deprive them of their freedom to leave the room at any time. We always want to consider a subject's behavior during the course of the interview in conjunction with the case evidence and facts. And we want to be careful not to conduct excessively long interrogations. It's very important that we exercise caution when interviewing or interrogating juveniles of low social maturity, individuals with limited mental capacity, or individuals with mental or psychological impairments. And with this group of individuals, we should not refer to fictitious evidence. When using interrogation tactics that deal with deception, it is important that we never manufacture evidence against the subject. And when a subject claims to have little or no memory of the event, the investigator should not refer to fictitious evidence during the course of the interrogation. It's important to remember not to reveal all of the details to the subject because we want to use those to corroborate any confession. And in the confession, we always want to try to solicit from the subject information and details about the crime that the investor did not know, so we can use those to confirm the authenticity of their statement. It's important that we electronically record interviews and interrogations, and it is important to remember that the confession is not the end of the investigation. Now, these were just bullet points. A much more detailed description of each of these best practices can be found on our website at reed.com. Under the investigative tips, search for the one that's called Best Practices. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes to watch this presentation.